All right, I am testing out um, a new mat tonight. But right now, I'm warming up on my Bullseye 3D mat, which has been my go-to mat for the last couple months. I want to get a comparison about feel, spin, miss hits, all that kind of stuff. The mat I'm going to try is the new Big Moss hitting mat that a few people have been raving about. So I figured I would get a couple of data points on my current go-to hitting strip and look at all the different stats against the two, see how it stacks up. So I'm just hitting a pitching wedge right now, not really terribly warmed up, but I played a ton of golf yesterday, finding courses for the Big Dog Final. So my pitching wedge when I'm swinging well is close to about 150. It's like a 148 club. So definitely not swinging well right now, but that's fine. Like that was a nice miss right there. Toey. But I want those hits. So when I was buying this Big Moss mat, there were a couple choices on sizes. I went with the bigger one. So it's almost 5 feet. So I'm hitting these a tad heavy, and I'm getting definitely penalized, which is what I would expect. Surprisingly, this Bullseye 3D mat's been kind of a sleeper success for me. I've always been big on the EZT Hybrid, and I've tried so many other mats, but this one was kind of right up my alley. I didn't like the Bullseye Soft Strike. In fact, that was probably one of my worst mats that I bought. So it shows you can have same company, two different products, and how subjective it can be based on your swing. Yeah, I'm going about 140. Seems to be the stock number here for the day. There we go. That was a really, really, really well struck one right there, 147. Spins usually in the 8,500 to 9,000 range with my pitching wedge. These things are pretty strong lofted. That was a miss, but that's okay. So 140. How many shots have I taken here? Let's pull up my data here. So that was about 12 shots. All right. So I want to swap in. I'm going to bring this in at least. I'll bring it in later. But I can tell you right now, my average shot was 139.2 carry. Spin 82.65. I had one low one. It was the first one. I probably should. I should probably take that out because that was the first swing, and I was just testing it. I'm going to delete one shot here. If I remember how to delete a shot here. There we go. All right. So Average is 140. Average spin 8,400. Well, we'll look at other stuff soon. I'm going to create a new session here for the new mat. I'm going to call this one the Big Moss. I'll pull this all up on screen later. Premium wedge. All right. I'll show you the mat. So again, much longer than my other ones, but it'll be okay because I'll be able to maybe cut it. I haven't put it down here to see how tall it is. So this one tells me which way to hit it. So it must be directional because it's saying screen this way. So on the back, it tells you kind of where, which way is the direction here, but you can kind of see the thickness of it. And kind of, it's like more like bristles. I have not hit anything off this yet. Thickness though, I was told online that it was the same thickness as the Bullseye. It's pretty close. So that's the Bullseye hitting mat. I'm sorry I have terrible lighting here, but it is what it is. But that's the Bullseye hitting mat. Really, again, this is the 3D version. I do like it. So, all right, let's pop this in. It should fit like that. It's definitely longer than my other one. Huh. Interesting feel. Okay. I should probably realign my swing here. All right. Interesting. It's very different than any other strip that I own. Okay. First ball with it. Okay. One thing I'm noticing right off the bat is it's the club slides through it much easier than other clubs. It really feels like it's slicing through. Got under that one, open face. So far, it's not grabbing me at all. I do have some issues, I think, as far as putting on it. We'll see. That was going to be a lower spin because I had a closed face on that one. I think because I'm not getting the feedback as much, I'm swinging harder because I'm not afraid of getting any kind of feedback from a fat shot. Even most of the forgiving ones still give you some feedback. So far, not yet. I'm not going to put much faith into the distance because I'm going to be hitting it further as I warm up. So that was off the toe. Okay. That was fat, 135. But I didn't feel like pain. To be fair, I don't feel much with the 3D either. That's why I like it. And that was thin. Right now, I do feel like the one thing it is giving me a slightly lower spin. On my shots, I've actually looked at the spin, but we'll look at everything close. That was hit pretty good. Tiny little bit heavy. That's 10 shots. I think I hit 11 that I kept with the other one, so I'll do that. Just get one more. Yeah. Okay. That's my pitching wedge. Curious now. All right, I'm gonna bring this onto the screen. Delete you. All right. So hopefully we can all see this. So we're looking at here, Big Moss and the bullseye distance carry, same. Side, I'm a little more left on the Big Moss, but again, that's my swing. Smash factor is a little bit lower, but again, whatever. Ball speed, a little bit lower. My club head speed was actually faster on average on the Big Moss, so that's just telling me my contacts was shittier. Backspin down about 200. A little more side spin to the right. Launch was tad lower. I mean, these aren't terribly different numbers, so yeah, it's not really changing anything as far as my expected shot. Now I guess what I'd like to try to do is hit some longer irons here. So I'm going to go to a 7 iron, which is about a 175 club for me, normal, and maybe about 180 when I'm swinging well. I'm just more curious about when you go to less lofted how this is going to be. So I'm want to save that data. So we're going to go to an iron, premium, and a 7 iron. All right. Walking on it's very, like I absolutely would not want this for a stance mat. Way too soft, squishy. So 180, that was turned on too much. $174, I changed my grip. I was using overlap. I went back to my interlock. So I won't turn the ball as much here. What's my spin? 61. That's pretty high. 173, 56. That's more like, because the left of my 7 iron, it's the Callaway Apex AI 200, so they're really strong compared to like my Hogan's, which this is probably closer to like my 6 iron or my 5 iron. So 177. All right, so with a 7 iron, good feel. We're gonna drop down to 5 iron. I already can tell where it's gonna suck. Putting. This might be a no go. That was a missed. I may not be able to actually use this mat if it's the putting on it is going to be an issue. Yep. That was really fat, and I felt it. Okay. Fat. Losing. This is about a 195 club to 200, so 187 on my launch monitor carry. Fat and toe. Yep. Yeah, it's just seem to be struggling with longer irons off this. It's very kind of plush. It was as best as I can hit this. 193. All right, let's try a fairway wood. Try a 7 wood. So this is where the bullseye soft strike, not my 3D, but the soft strike failed. I was trying to hit woods off of it. This is my 7 wood. Okay, that felt good. That felt good. All right, so fairway woods is great. Let me go back to my longer irons here. Slow my swing down a bit. Shitty swing. Yeah, I mean, I call every new one I get the potential holy grail. I don't mean that in the sense of the holy grail mat, which I also have. And I hate that mat. But this is not the holy grail as far as my ultimate hitting mat yet. So this is where I'm hoping the tee will sit down a little further so I can tee lower. Is it? Not really. All right. Spinny, that's me, but no problems hitting off for the driver. That's good. Okay. Now we need to try I really don't care where I play. I've loaded this course recently, so it should go fast. Where's my spider putter? Because that's my usual. I swapped out. There's my QI 35 piece of shit. One of the worst drivers ever made. All right, this is probably where we're going to struggle. Let's see what we got. I will play with this mat for a bunch of rounds, so it's not like I'm gonna, if I don't like it, I'm gonna throw it away. My issue might be is just gonna be putting. Um, well, for a club course that I've played a lot recently, you think it would load faster. Come on. Uh, I don't want to be on the hill, so let's just do that. All right. Where did I have the stim set to? It should be on 11. 12. Okay. All right. Let's see how this is going to work. All right. Okay. Roll pretty good. Okay, that's not bad at all. Give that one a good crack. What I don't understand is it doesn't roll straight on the mat when you hit it. So we're going to try the short ones in a bit. All right, let's try some short ones here, because I have a feeling this is where I'm going to have some issues. Give it a little bit of a, let's go like here. So it's just under 5 feet. It definitely wobbles. Okay. We're going to do a downhill putt after this. It's just really weird, like it. Yeah, okay. So I have a feeling it's going to be downhill fast putts that are going to be a bit of a challenge. Let's go to what has some slopey greens. Let's go to number 12. Let me see, 11. And we'll put the ball kind of up here. Maybe up here. No, it's not much. I thought there was a bigger. Can I change the pins? There we go. All right. Okay, there we go. So that's 2 feet down. I'm going to bring it in after I hit the longer putt because I think this is where it's going to struggle. All right, let's bring it in to maybe here. That's not going to be enough. Here. Okay, that's about a foot. Not quite, but almost. But it's fast. So we just kind of want to get this going. It just doesn't want to move when it's on there. It's like, all right. It came way off, but that's okay because it's, so that was, all right, it stayed on. It stayed on track. I just pushed it left. Am I aimed left? Let's try moving that over a little bit. Okay. I mean, it's not perfect. But it's not terrible for putting. It's just weird, like if you, I don't know if you can see on my but like if you just, this is like my stance mat. Like if you hit the ball, it just rolls. On here, if you hit it, it like just stops, like it's like Velcro. So you definitely have to hit it harder. So I don't know if this will translate to issues when I go play real golf, but who knows? But that's my early review of the it's the early review of the Big Moss, and you know, ooh, windy as fuck. Let's not have the wind on. I forgot that was, this is the settings I had for the big dog. Um, so let's try. I haven't hit an 8-iron. An 8-iron's a club I tend to pull. Like the turf will catch it and close it on me, or the mat. But on the golf course, I don't. So let's see how it works here. Didn't get all of it, but it's pretty straight. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna play with it and give it a better, thorough review after I play some rounds with it. But it's good. Couple issues, but nothing major. I think if you've got a bigger hitting area, like the IXO2 and a Pro T, you know, where you can basically have a 2-foot wide hitting strip, I would probably do a secondary strip next to it for putting, with something a little bit smoother, like any of the other ones I own. But for people like me with the XR, or even when I had my old QED, not sure I'd have enough width to be able to do both. Um, I suppose you could, I mean, I suppose I could cut it and do a hitting area in the back and a putting area in the front. My issue there is if I have to do long putts, I might not have enough space for the launch monitor to pick it up. But yeah, that's my early review. A lot more to come on this hitting mat.